Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So my voice is kind of gone and this is why I'm filming the video also, because I feel like, your voice is so precious. You know what, I honestly don't even know what I'm gonna talk about in this video. I can have some ideas, some topics that I want to share, but the main thing that I'm making this video is because I don't want to lose my voice. I feel like God is probably like, you're not making videos, girl, your voice is so special. Why aren't you using it? So I'm gonna use it because that's what it's made for. Even if you can barely hear me or it's kind of weird, you understand, and I hope this touches somebody and helps them. Okay, so that's why I'm doing it. That's why I've always done it. Well, last time I got a comment saying like, my belly's too big, I'm insecure about this, or how to feel better because I feel like some girls are prettier than me. And totally relate to that. You may think I'm, the most gorgeous girl in the world. I'm obviously not. I think that now of myself because that's my self-concept now. I've learned to love myself in every way. I heard this today. It takes a lot of violence and probably not so good things to be soft and feminine and beautiful and like soft, just tender and like, be very down to earth and be very calm. And a lot of people have told me, how are you so calm? How are you so confident? How are you just so soft in a way? I wasn't always like that. If you saw my first videos, I was always like telling you guys, like, do this, do that. And yes, I have that, character too, that I, when I need it, when I'm angry, that side comes out of me. And that's when, I get most stuff done, which is, I guess, would be my masculine energy. And I use it because it is very useful. It's a certain business aspects and some stuff, it's also very feminine energy. So I try to have a balance between those. But I do want to say that people who are really calm and are really kind, we're not always like that. I know by experience, because sometimes you don't look like what you've gone through, and that's okay, and it's not also okay to look like what you've gone through. A lot of people heal different ways, and a lot of people, trauma changes them. But if you keep being your authentic, wholehearted self, even after just something tragic happens to you, and like damn, how can't this change me if it was so deep to me? Well, that's because your true self, your authenticity will always come through you. And that's what people love. That's what makes you, being vulnerable. If that's you, for example, I'm very sensitive. I've cried in most videos. And that's okay. Now I embrace it. I know I'm very sensitive, and I'm also emotionally regulated now. I'm still working on that, because your nervous system is sometimes, crazy. But it does take a lot of deep work, and that's what most people don't like to do. They just like to compare yourself and, oh, look at this person. You don't know what that person went through to get to where they are. Most people are like super talented. Obsession beats talent most of the time. And if you're not obsessed in the game, like whether it's in looks, whether it's in education, whether it's in money, you're not gonna win. I'm sorry, you're not gonna win. It's not only about comparison and talent, but talent has to be backed up by effort and obsession, like just relentless obsession that you like wake up every day and have a passion for. And it's not even a passion, it's just like this thing that you will never get tired of doing. Or even if you're tired, like it's an obsession. It's something that you live for. And if you're not living for that, then you're gonna be depressed and you're gonna be comparing yourself. Then you're gonna be wasting your time thinking, what can I do? How do I do it? Reading the manual on how to do it when you know exactly how to do it. See, like I'm not soft-spoken when I'm very passionate about something either. But it does take, like, I'm trying to talk calmly because my voice now. But it does take a lot of violence to make somebody soft sometimes. And some people stay violent because of what they've gone through. Violence, creates violence. Somebody who's bullied usually becomes a bully. And it's a hard chain to break when there's generations of that. But if you keep being soft and kind and just yourself without any apology, without any resentment towards what you went through, and not seeing it as this happened to me and now I'm a victim, and that victim mentality, but instead life is working towards me. Like a main character needs to go through this development of stuff in the movie, and has to go through heartbreak, and has to go through like failure and disappointment, and then they want revenge or something. That has to happen in order for you to become your best self, or the self that you want to become and you admire. So don't see it as this horrible thing happened to me and now I need to be evil like everybody, There is a part of evil, trust me. The world is very, very evil. I'm not gonna hide that. But it is sometimes better to be unrealistic and think, you know what? I'm gonna just be in my own world, and no matter what this person did to me, this is not gonna change who I am. This is not gonna change how I love, how I feel, how I see things, because this person's perspective of me does not define me as a person. I know who I am, and I don't have to be understood by nobody else other than myself, because I know the whole story. They don't know the whole story. Those people who are talking bad about you don't know the whole story. Those people who criticize everything, they don't even like themselves. So why would you care about their opinion? Those people that you think they're so gorgeous, they're probably struggling with their own insecurities already. You might be somebody's dream girl. You know what? Have being somebody's dream girl. Be your own dream girl. Be your own superhero. Be your own motivator. Be your own everything, because at the end of the day, you only have yourself. You only have yourself. And you were born alone. You're gonna die alone. A lot of people try to find company on everything, whether it's walking to the train stop, or that's so random, but they need a partner because they don't feel whole. They don't feel loved. They don't feel like they're whole, whole. So they need their other half. But reality is that you can be whole. You can be whole. You have the power to be whole. You are a limitless soul, a limitless being. The only limits you have are the ones you put on yourself. And if your limits are crazy, there's no limits, you're gonna be insanely talented, insanely successful, insanely lucky, insanely loved, insanely everything, because you don't put any limits. You don't feel like somebody has to complete you. You don't feel like somebody has to tell you you're pretty to look pretty or to feel pretty. No, you already know you're pretty. Whether somebody thinks that you're pretty or that you're ugly does not matter to you, because your confidence is unshakable. You know what you bring to the table, so you're not gonna ask for more, because for them is more. It's too much. No, they're too little. They're too little. That's what they are. So why are you gonna settle for something that you're not worth? Why would I settle for something that's so mediocre? For example, not even about relationships, but about friends too, about people in your life, about family, about everything. For example, if you bring me let's say spaghettis, but I didn't ask for spaghettis, I asked for soup, or I asked for pizza, pasta, whatever. Wait, pasta, spaghetti, whatever. I asked for, let's say, caviar, right? Caviar. And you bring me spaghettis. I'm gonna say, no, I'm sorry, I don't want the spaghettis because I specifically asked for caviar, and I'm gonna reject it. And that's okay. It doesn't mean spaghetti is horrible and disgusting and now spaghetti's gonna feel bad because they rejected them. No, spaghetti's amazing. Is caviar amazing too? Yes. They're both amazing. You don't have to compare. You don't have to feel inferior to somebody. Okay? So, I want to mention, when you feel like you want something and you desire something and it's like jealousy, take it as good jealousy. Don't take it as, oh, that's so evil, I shouldn't be jealous about this person. No, you are allowed to have and want good things. Like, that's what you're here for, to expand and create and have a nice life, a beautiful life that you can create, you know? You don't have to feel like you don't deserve that. What society, what the government, what all these big people want is for you to not want those things, because, you know, if everybody's poor, if everybody's equal, this is about politics, don't, like, I'm not gonna get into that, but that's true. Even brands, like, if everybody's equal, like, it's okay if you're obese, it's okay if you have acne. I'm not going against this, by the way. It's kind of controversial for some people. If you don't understand my point of view, I don't care. But if you have acne, if you're obese, if you're messy, if you're not clean, if this and that, you know, if you accept the bare minimum, like, you say, oh, okay, we're all equal. It doesn't matter if I'm this certain way, if I'm not clean, if I am messy, if I'm disorganized, if I'm dishonest, if I'm whatever, because we're all equal and that's okay and that's accepted in society, is not okay. I'm sorry, but those people don't really want you to be your best self. You gotta get away from those ops, because those people are they see your potential. They don't want you to get there though, because they want you to be submissive to their power. They want you to be under their control. Governments, brands, people with money, people with power, higher people, they want you to be in their control. They want to take control of you in every way. In every way. They want to control your feelings, because when they control your feelings, they control your money, they control your identity, they control your thoughts, and how to create your life and your beliefs, right? So when a lot of people tell you, it's okay, stay this, don't change is scary, like, stay where your comfort zone is. No, those people, don't listen to them. If they're not where you want to be, like, I can't hear you, because you're actually supposed to be deaf to those people, because they are praying for your downfall, okay? Don't fall for that type of advice that is really not for your highest self, okay? So, yeah, I think that's it, guys. That's all I have for you guys today. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been really busy, but I miss you guys, and you know, I'll always be here, and I'll love you guys so much. But if I'm not here, just remember that I am telling you to always be there for yourself, even though I'll always be here, for sure. Well, I'm gonna die someday, but okay, I love you guys so much. Thank you.